start by reading a little journal entry that I wrote 2 hours for the board meeting to share with the board. Read something like this. There's a school board meeting tonight, and I need to be there, but I don't want to go. I'm tired. Tired of attending meetings where staff, parents, and community concerns get ignored. I'm tired of going to the microphone, inquiring about plans, purpose, and personnel that will help our district, only to be called out of my name, Mr. PEA, or accused of belittling the board. And frankly, I'm just tired of our kids, their schools, losing. We aren't losing because of our kids. We've never had such diversity among our student population ever, and they really do want to learn. We aren't losing because of our staff, because they continuously work around the clock creating the ultimate learning experience for our kids. We are losing due to mismanagement and poor leadership from this and past boards of education. Westfield Schools, a neighboring Blue Ribbon district less than 10 miles away, has had two superintendents in the past 20 years. I started in '98, it was Dr. Foley. Dr. Dolan was a replacement, and she's still there. In the great city of Plainfield, tonight we have met our third superintendent since January. It's disgusting, defeating, demoralizing to continuously try to swim upstream in a culture of complacency and collusion. It's exhausting. It's embarrassing when the scores of our students are compared to neighboring towns, and we are labeled as a failing district. But no one stopped to think, where should the blame truly lie? As employees, we can only cook the groceries purchased or not purchased by our leadership. If leadership can't get their act together, the little people, those that I represent, called PEA, have a sense of hopelessness. But it's a Tuesday, so I guess I'm headed to another wonderful meeting. Maybe tonight, we'll learn of a plan, a focus, maybe. Now to my questions. So at the budget hearing in early May, we were told that about 29 PEA certified staff would lose their jobs. The week after, 152 of them got non-renewal letters. Last week, 28 were brought back. Tonight, 14, which rounds that up to 42 employees out of the 152 that have been brought back, which leaves 110 employees as of Friday unemployed, which means you have classrooms all over this district that will be empty in September. Now, like Dr. Bowen, I appreciate his comments on efficiency, but if we're following the budget that the county approved and that this board approved, efficiency is not just limited to PEA, it also carries over into PASA, which takes me to page 66 of your agenda. I love all the supervisors, they help our teachers, but if we're gonna cut, let's cut fairly across the board. How do you cut the people in front of kids and leave administrators, who, by the way, you have here something we never had prior to 2012. When I started in 2002, we had a K-12 math supervisor. We had a K-12 ELA supervisor. In 2012, we now have this secondary elementary. So you're spending $250,000 on positions you never had prior to Ms. Anthony Piles becoming the superintendent. So how are we talking about efficiencies that are only restricted to PEA? That was the question. If we're talking about efficiencies, are these efficiencies restricted to PEA? Because if this is not abolished, where is the cut that passes it? You have retirements, but how is that fair across the board? That's question one. Question two, if you don't cut these administrative positions, you're going to cut programs. Have you informed parents that they won't have art next year? Or gym? Or world language? Because ultimately, that's what's going to happen. There's no way this page 66 is $1.2 million by your presentation at Emerson School. To not cut these jobs, you will be cutting staff who touch, feel, help, support kids. How is it possible that this has not already been done? It makes no sense if we're truly about efficiency across the board. And second, I like Dr. Cooper when she she came to Plainfield, I was one of her fifth grade teachers. But her resolution,
Motion to extend.
3 minutes.
her resolution has no dollar amount, and I'm sure she's not doing this job for free. How much will Dr. Cooper receive as their acting superintendent?
If I may,
Oh, I have more. I have more.
oh, good.
Will Dr. Cooper be working alone? Because Dr. Sherrard, since February, has had no assistant superintendent. Is the board going to afford Dr. Cooper the ability to have a partner to work with? It's a lot of work to be working alone because there is no resolution to put anybody in Cook School. So is she going to be doing Cook and the superintendent position? You doing both? She ain't ready for that, but I'm helping her out. She needs help. And I hope we don't have to wait till the next board meeting to get somebody to do Cook School or the assistant soup or to pay her for that. And then last, Donaldson hearings. So we have members who were nominated for performance, and they wrote to, I guess, Yolanda or Gary, I don't know who it was, asking for a hearing, even as early as May 25th. By law, you get 30 days. Today is June the 27th. We've heard nothing about Donaldson hearings. Now, I know the board has been very serious about getting rid of Dr. Sherrard. Can we follow the law and ensure our members next year they have their rights? Because that is the law. There's a 30-day window, and not one employee of PEA has been given a date when they can come up and be heard about the performance. So that's just another question as well. And then last, there's an ESSA grant that apparently is due the middle of July. Who's working on that? And the last comment I'll say is this. So everyone may think that my support of Dr. Sherrard is based on some type of personal friendship. I didn't know her. I didn't know her before she came. But I knew our district needed somebody who cared about our kids, who cared about our parents, who responded to concerns, and was visible. And what I can say is, she didn't come here to be the superintendent. She applied for the director of HR position. Okay? I know because I was on PEA. Somehow, she landed as our assistant superintendent. Somehow, she landed as our acting superintendent. But from day one, from the first curriculum council meeting that she held, she was approachable to staff, she was approachable to parents, and she was visible, and most importantly, she was responsive. There was not a text, an email that you ever sent that she did not respond to immediately. It was the first time in 12 years, or how long I've been here, that a snow day was called the night before. You didn't get her at 4 o'clock in the morning, taking a shower, making a call that due to inclement weather, school was going to be closed. She actually pronunciated words correctly, thankfully.
Time has expired.
Okay.
Time has expired.
I don't want to take any more time, but I'd like to answer my question. Dr. Sherrard, you'll be back.